Hey guys, it's Copra DVS, and it's the moment of truth, the 100 subscriber special drawing. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not feeling my best, but we're gonna do this anyway. I don't know if it's allergies or something. I usually don't have allergies, but spring is a bitch. And especially in Michigan. So anyway. Everybody's in this hat, and I don't know if you can see, but the hat, I'll just show this, is a Cobra hat. It's a golf brand, so that's why I have it. And basically, I'm going to answer every question, and I'm going to pull out a question, and that person is eliminated from the contest. But I'm going to answer their question, and then once I get to the last person, I'll pull theirs, read the question. They're the winner, of course. Now, one thing is you have to contact me. If I pull your name as number one, you send me a message with your address. That way, you know, because I only want to really do this to people that watch my videos. So you have to watch this to know. So we'll see. Alright, guys. I don't know who's going to win. I had to downsize the prize a little bit for shipping reasons. But I'm just getting rid of a few stupid games anyway. So, alright. Oh. Son of a bitch. Hey guys, sorry about that. I dropped the hat full of things. I got all the name tags up. So everything's good. So let's go ahead and start the drawing. I think I had about 15 or 20 entries. So let's get started. Remember, if I draw your question, that means you're eliminated. And then the last person I draw is the winner. So first question is by Damien Da. What is your bowling average? I subbed to you back when you had like 15 subscribers because you had mentioned bowling. I used to be big into bowling, but moved up to an adult league and lost interest. My bowling average is about 140 or 135. I used to be higher, like up in the 150s, but I've just been sucking ass, like just sucking ass this year. I don't know why. A new bowling alley, maybe. I don't care. I don't really care much for bowling too much. I'd much rather play golf, and maybe that's why I don't do so well anymore. Alright, next question is from Mr. TKD Dude. What is one game that you were looking forward to when it was released and you were disappointed? Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, see, most games that I really anticipate, I usually will pre-order. I will usually pre-order, and I've never really been super disappointed because most games that I look forward to in pre-order, I already know enough about to know that it's going to be a pretty good game. So, well, I guess one example that was a pretty decent example would be Modern Warfare 2. I had pre-ordered that game, and I really didn't like Call of Duty much, but I saw that this game looked pretty fun, got it, beat it, hated multiplayer. In fact, after you beat the campaign, there's really not much left to do besides that special ops, spec ops, and that sort of gets old sometimes. So I actually got rid of that game within a few weeks, and I just don't care for it. And same thing happened with the Call of Duty Black Ops. I actually bought that and ended up selling it. I think I'm done with Call of Duty. I've said that before, but I think it has run its course and it's dead to me basically. Next question is from grab two on accident. Next one is from Beeve3LLL. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. Maybe I wrote it down wrong. His question is, what are your 5 favorite games from 5 different consoles? Yikes, that's a tough one. Where's that question? I'm gonna make sure I fold it back up. 5 favorite games for 5 different consoles. Yikes. Well, just 5 random consoles. I guess the Xbox 360. I'd probably pick either Halo 3 or Halo Reach. I really just enjoy both of those games. So we'll say Halo Reach, I guess. For the Wii, I really enjoy Wii Sports. I know that's a shitty answer, but that's a fun game. Maybe Super Mario Galaxy, or maybe Smash Brothers. I really enjoyed Super Mario Galaxy, though, so that'll be my answer. Nintendo 64, I guess I'll go Super Mario 64, definitely. Sega 32X, Knuckles Chaotix, that's an easy one. Well, so far, of the ones I've played. And then another random console, Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, probably. I just love that game. It's very simple, very fun, I love it. Next question is from Metallica's P-Man. Yep. If you could own a box system and every game for it box, what would it be and why? That one is actually somewhat easy. It's a Super Nintendo. Actually, the Super Nintendo is one of the only classic game consoles I don't have boxed. I have the Master System, the NES, 2 Genesis consoles. I'm missing the Super Nintendo. Damn it, you know. But I digress. And why every game box for it? Because the games usually go for a lot of money when they're boxed. Like games like Earthbound, the Final Fantasies, Castlevania, Turtles in Time, Contra, games like that, Metroid, Mario RPG, all that garbage. They go for a lot of money new. I believe I just got an instant message on Facebook. Anyways, that was a good question, actually. Next one is from FGV112. What is your best, favorite, awesomest memory of video games from your childhood? That's not too tough a question. It would have to be when I was a kid. I was probably like 4 or something, and I might have been 3 actually. I beat Super Mario Brothers, the first one. I beat the first world for the first time, World 1. I beat Castle 1-4. I remember running out of my room screaming. I was all excited. Now that's a walk in the park, no problem. In fact, that game has kind of gotten easy. I don't know. I should probably play that game. I haven't played that game in a long time. Alright, next question is from 666 Devil's Advocate. Ooh. How do you feel about clone systems? Good, cheap alternative, or a knockoff that can't compare? Ooh, that's a really good question. Both, I'd say. It's a cheap alternative, of course, and it also can't compare. Now, if I don't have any, well, I have a portable Genesis console that's sort of a clone, but it has the Sega logo or Sega name and everything. It's licensed by Sega. But I guess if you're talking about like that retro Gen 3 thing that plays all 3 Genesis, Sega, or Genesis, SNES, and NES, the only reason I would ever get one of those is to save space. That would be the only reason to get one, because 100% of the time, every time, no doubt, the actual hardware is always better. I don't care what anybody says. A Super Nintendo is way better than a retro Gen 3 or whatever. Well, that's my opinion, but I think a lot of people will agree. But they are a cheap alternative. To buy a Genesis, Super Nintendo, and an NES, that'll cost you around like $75, $100. And to buy one of those consoles, I don't know how much they are, but I would imagine they're cheaper. So it is a cheaper alternative. But also, to save space, it is a good idea. If you have like a ton of consoles and you want it all hooked up at once, that would be a good alternative. That was also a really good question. I dropped one. Next is from Team Old School 21. If you were to play one console that you have every game for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably the Super Nintendo, because it has games like Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Contra 3, Mario RPG, Metroid, Mario Kart, Castlevania, games like that I could just play for a long time. Doom even though it's shitty. Next question is from Crazy Pat 26101, I believe. Yep. What is your favorite console and favorite game for that console? Favorite console is probably either the Xbox 360 or the Super Nintendo. If it were the Xbox 360, I believe I answered that with some other question. I'd probably pick Halo Reach. But let's say Super Nintendo, I'd probably pick some RPG. I haven't played a lot of RPGs. The only one I really have even is Super Mario RPG. I don't know, maybe like Earthbound or Final Fantasy. I'd pick one of those because they're long games and a lot of replay value, kind of. Maybe some sort of RPG, maybe like Secret of Mana or Illusion of Gaia. I want to get Lufia Those games look fun. Alright, next question is by Eat, Think, Blink. Do you have a flat screen TV? If so, have you ever hooked up a Sega or anything to it? I have one, and I'm afraid it might mess up my TV. Yes, I do have a flat screen, and yes, I have I've had a Sega hook up to it. I have a Super Nintendo in there right now. I've had my NES. Dreamcast is on it right now. It does not do anything to your TV. As far to mine, it's not done anything to my TV. I would not worry about it. Although I will say this, the games do look better on the older TVs. I don't know why that is, but they do tend to look better. But it does not harm your TV, as far as I'm aware. It's never harmed my TV. You're all set. Next question is by Nintendo Love 27. What is your least favorite handheld system and why? Least favorite handheld system and why? Well, I don't really dislike. I'm not a big fan of the Game Boy. You know, I know it's a good system, but I just don't play it much because of its lack of color. The Game Boy Color is fine. You know, the Game Boy's not bad or anything. It's just I don't get into it much. If I had to pick one console that I really dislike the most, it's probably the PSP. And the reason I don't like the PSP is because I don't really care for Sony. I'm not a big Sony fan. I haven't been. I mean, the PS1 is a fine console, but I feel like the PS2 was just cheap. The PS1 I felt was cheap too, but the PS2 even more so. And then the PS3 I just never got into. I'd have to say the PSP. All right, next one is Anonymous Revelations. How many games and systems do you own now? How many games and systems do I own now? Yikes. I haven't done a count in a long time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I probably around 11 or 12 consoles, maybe 13 or 14 if you count like the Genesis Model 1, 2, and the CDX. That's 3. Probably around 12 or 15. Actually, you know what? It's probably even more than that, counting my Dreamcast, my Wii, and Xbox. If you count the Game Boys and stuff, that's around. I'm closer to 20, I guess. Quite a few. And as far as games, I've done an official count, but it's been a while. I'd say somewhere around 500 or 600. It might be more. If I do an official count, I'll put the link right here, or right here, maybe. Maybe I'll put it down here. Maybe it'll be over here. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'll see what I can do about that. Alright, how many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. This one is from Video Game Junkie 99. If your house was burning down and you could save one item, what would it be? Well, I assume he means video games. Otherwise, I'd save, like, my dog or my car or something. Well, I don't know. That'd be a tough one, between the dog and the car. I don't know. I guess if I were to save something, I'd pick my most expensive item. Or maybe one that was the hardest to get, which would probably be my CDX. Oh, that was hard. It wasn't hard to get because my friend found it at a garage sale. But that'd probably be the toughest to replace. Although I have that boxed Master System, it'd be a tussle between those. But there's always going to be Sega CDXs on eBay. I feel to find a boxed Master System again, that might be tough. Actually, I bought them separate. I did a trade with the Atari Junkie on the box. And the reason I'm looking over here is because that's where my boxes are. Yeah, that's the one. I'd probably have to pick the Master System, boxed Master System. That's a tough question, and let's hope it doesn't happen. Next one is by. Ooh, this is a big one here. Goffman. Jeff, I know his name's Jeff, I believe. So, Jeff, his question is, seeing you are a golf fan, I thought it would be appropriate to ask a question related to it. Now, I don't know much about golf, but here goes nothing. What is your favorite golf game for any system? Favorite golf game for any system? I've played a lot of golf games. I've played Hot Shots. I really like the Hot Shots games. But if I were to pick a favorite, probably Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. It's like an RPG kind of golf game. It's really fun. I can't get enough of it. Whenever I'm bored, I can always pop in it and play a couple tournaments and really just have fun with it. Some other good ones are Mario Golf Toadstool Tour for the GameCube. The Wii Sports golf is fun for me. The Tiger Woods series, of course, is fun. But I'd say overall is that Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. Also, this game called Tee Off for the for the Dreamcast. That's a really fun Hot Shots type game. All right, so there are 3 questions left. Did I already answer this? Yeah, I did. What are your 5 favorite games from 5 different consoles? I already answered that. How the hell did that get back in there? Alright, well, there are just 2 left. And this one is Intellivision Dude. His says, who would win in a fight, Predator or Terminator? Predator. He's my man. No, I'm a huge Predator fan. And since there's only 1 question left, that person should know who the winner is. But I'm a huge Predator fan. Always have been, always will be. The Terminator is awesome. But I'd go for Predator. And the winner is, everybody, Neo Flynn. Neo Flynn. This guy, real cool guy. He was one of my first subscribers, I think. I'm pretty sure he was. Well, regardless, he's the winner. Neo Flynn, congratulations. And, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, reading his question. God, what an idiot. What is your most prized item in your collection? Prized item. I don't know. I'm really liking the box Genesis. You know, well, let me reword his question, I guess. If I were to put one thing from my collection on display, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess it'd be like Video Game Junkie 99's question about if my house are burning down, I could save one thing. Probably the Master System that's boxed. I guess I'd pick that. And he asked another question in case his got asked before. And a lot of the questions were similar, but I didn't really feel like redoing him. He said, if you were stuck on an island and you magically had power, with 1 game and 1 system, what would it be? Well, if I have power, do I have internet? If I have internet, then it's going to be Xbox 360, Halo Reach. I can have Xbox Live. And then maybe I could get unstranded because I could tell people where I'm at. That's thinking ahead right there. But if I were to pick like another console, I don't know. Maybe like a console that a good port of Doom is on. Or like a PC maybe. Does that count? PC with Doom, or maybe an original Xbox has Doom on it. Hell, the 360 has Doom on it. Probably something like that. I would, because that's one of my favorite games ever. Or maybe a game with like a long RPG, like I was saying before. Something like that. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. That's my 100 subscribers special. I want to thank every single one of you that has subscribed. In fact, I think when I'm recording this, I have around 110 or 15. So it's it's steadily growing, and maybe soon we'll be doing a 200 sub contest. I don't know if I said this before, but I will have to shrink the prize a little bit, or at least try and make it more compact, which I think I can do, just to get into a smaller package. So everybody who entered, thank you. Thanks for supporting my channel, supporting me, and to everybody out there, thanks again, and congratulations to Neo Flynn. And Intellivision Dude came in 2nd, so he was really close. But anyways, guys, whatever. Enough blabbling. Thanks for watching. 15 or 20 entries. So let's get started. Remember, if I draw your question, that means you're eliminated. And then the last person I draw is the winner. So first question is by Damien Da. What is your bowling average? I subbed to you back when you had like 15 subscribers because you had mentioned bowling. I used to be in a big. I don't know who's gonna win. I had to downsize the prize a little bit for shipping reasons. But I'm just getting rid of a few stupid games anyway. So all right. Oh, son of a bitch. Hey guys, sorry about that. I dropped the hat full of things. I got all the name tags up. So everything's good. So let's go ahead and start the drawing. I think I had about. So anyway, everybody's in this hat, and I don't know if you can see, but the hat, I'll just show this, is a Cobra hat. It's a golf brand, so that's why I have it. And basically, I'm gonna answer every question, and I'm gonna pull out a question, and that person is eliminated from the contest. But I'm gonna answer the question, and then once I get to the last person. Hey guys, it's Cobra DVS, and it's the moment of truth, the 100 subscriber special drawing. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not feeling my best. But we're gonna do this anyway. I don't know if it's allergies or something. I usually don't have allergies, but spring is a bitch. So, and especially in Michigan, I'll pull theirs, read the question. They're the winner, of course. Now, one thing is you have to contact me. If I pull your name as number 1, you send me a message with your address. That way, you know, because I only want to really do this to people that watch my videos. So you have to watch this to know. So we'll see. Alright, guys.